Can I please do this?
Hey, John.
What is all this stuff?
Yeah, I guess we could start with an update on that missing person, Dakota James, we had followed for a long time from Pittsburgh.
Yes.
I got the link for you. I'm going to put it right in the Carrot Shop.
Thank you.
And there's a video there, but
I got it. Yeah, this is basically a missing 411 update, right?
Kind of, pretty much.
That's
It's his.
So do you want to give a little backstory before I play this, or is this enough?
Yeah. In case you're the first-time listener, I guess, or you forgot about this guy, he was a guy who went out drinking, I think, after work one night. It wasn't too late when he was trying to go home. I think the last time he was seen on camera in downtown Pittsburgh was outside of a T station, which is our underground kind of subway thing. And he disappeared. This last time someone ever saw him. I think they brought tracking dogs. They traced his scent to the river. And then he was missing for, I want to say, at least 2.5 months or so, maybe 2 months. And until his body washed up about 7 miles downstream as the crow flies from downtown Pittsburgh, which really, I don't think it was even 7. I can't remember what I said. I looked it up. It was like 5 miles, 5 or 7. It wasn't far at all. And that was the last that we heard about this. And apparently we got the autopsy results back, and his family are disputing. And the final verdict here from the coroner was that his death was accidental. And they're hiring Cyril Wecht. He's a famous medical examiner and coroner to do an autopsy, a private one now.
Oh, interesting. Cool. Let's take a listen.
Was ruled an accident, but new at 6, his family doesn't believe that. And tonight they're getting help, high-profile help, from famed forensic pathologist Cyril Wecht to get closure.
Channel 11's Renee Kaminski spoke to him and learned how he'll try to do that. Renee?
Lisa, we are told Dakota's parents have already begun the process of getting the reports here, the autopsy results, the findings here at the medical examiner's office to turn over to Dr. Wecht. So his office is where we headed to find out what he intends to do.
They want to have me review things. Yeah.
Channel 11 News has learned early this morning the parents of Dakota James are so upset by the medical examiner's ruling of accidental drowning for their son, they have hired renowned forensic pathologist Dr. Cyril Wecht to review the case.
So now they've contacted me as I had anticipated based on what they had said.
Dr. Wecht told Channel 11 Jeff and Pam James reached out to him in early March when their son's body was recovered from the Ohio River after being missing for more than a month. They didn't believe then, and they don't believe now, Dakota's death was anything but suspicious.
It is my understanding that the family is not accepting this, and they are very unhappy.
From the January night he went missing after a night on the town with friends in downtown Pittsburgh, throughout the 40 days of searching, Dakota's family and friends have suspected foul play. His family believes whatever happened to Dakota happened after he was caught by surveillance in Katz Plaza, heading toward the Roberto Clemente Bridge. Dr. Wecht said when it comes to a drowning, though, in the absence of a witness, trauma to the victim's body, or some sign of a struggle, it can be almost impossible to tell the difference between accident, suicide, or homicide. But if it's there, he says he intends to find it.
I do believe that there has to be some evidence of some kind, visual, physical, investigative, something to indicate how did this young man get into the water.
Okay, Dr. Wecht told me he will review autopsy reports, photos, test results, as well as all those police reports relating to the investigation. No word tonight on when he will release his findings, but Channel 11 will bring them to you when it happens. Reporting live at the medical examiner's office tonight, I'm Renee Kaminski, Channel 11 News.
Interesting.
Now,
okay.
I forgot how high profile Cyril Wecht is. Now, apparently he's done some appearances on television and consulting on the deaths of high-profile cases. Some of them are RFK, Sharon Tate, Brian Jones, not sure who he is, but the Symbionese Liberation Army shootout, John F. Kennedy, Elvis, John Benet Ramsey, Daniel Van Damme.
That guy is fucking really high profile.
Vincent Foster, yeah, and he did Anna Nicole Smith, did 14,000 autopsies. Apparently, I just read down here at the bottom of his page, in 1965, he presented a paper critiquing the Warren Commission to the meeting of American Academy of Forensic Science. So, what? this guy's kind of a big deal when it comes to investigating deaths. So I guess we'll get probably a good final analysis of what happened.
Will they test for GHB?
I don't know. We should email him.
Yeah.
Yeah, send him tips.
Yeah, well, maybe he needs it, but hopefully...
Maybe he needs it.
I don't know, but hopefully...
I do.
We suspected this was kind of weird when we first brought it up a few months ago, and possibly missing 411 related. Maybe since the movie's kind of dropped and that's becoming more of a well-known phenomenon, that people are going to be a little bit more curious about what happens to their loved ones when they go missing and are found in weird ways.
Yeah.
Well, him accidentally falling into the water and winding up, his death really is kind of suspicious in a way. He just, jumped off the bridge, I guess. They ruled it accidental, though they don't believe it was suicide, so I guess we'll find out. Well, definitely...
he accidentally fell off the bridge, apparently.
Well, that's what they say. How do you accidentally fall off a bridge?
I mean, I jog down. There's a boardwalk here in Austin, and I jog with my phone, listening to podcasts and stuff like that.
What are you listening to?
And I'm always, well, not us for sure. I hate this show.
This show sucks.
Well, I generally listen to music podcasts like KEXP or NPR All Songs Considered. Something
what about
like that.
Media Monarchy?
I love Media Monarchy. I do listen to that after my music runs out because it's fun to jog to music rather than a heady thing like that. But I'm always afraid like I'm going to drop my phone, even though it's like I'm holding it, it's in my hand, and at any moment, what if I drop it now? It could go in the river.
You want to know what I work out to?
What's that?
I work out to this. And then...
Is that an emergency? It wouldn't be bad if you're, I guess, lifting. Kind of a beat to lift to.
I have that on a 5-hour loop when I go to the gym.
You would go insane, though, after you got that worked out.
All I'm saying is that it's possible to accidentally fall, drop stuff, all that thing. I don't know if I buy the accidental death thing. It's very strange. I mean, the bridges always have
something on your arm where you can hook your phone into, so you don't have to hold it in your hand.
That's stupid. I don't buy any of that shit.
Okay.
Jeez.
I don't care about that.
Fine,
I don't like accessories. When I don't want to break out of the segment. Are we ready to break out of the segment? Because I'll go on a rant about the.
We're still talking about this. I think we're still talking about missing 411. I believe
we should talk about missing 411 because I just shared a clip that says SurvivorMan is going to be doing some unexplained disappearances.
Oh, I was looking at that. That's his. That looks like, unless he's doing more, that's his bit from. There's some clips from the actual missing 411 movie in that.
Where did you share that clip at?
It's in Carrot Shop.
It's in the Carrot Shop? Goddamn.
Yeah. You could play that, son of a bitch.
For anybody who doesn't know, Carrot Shop is our secret place that we like to go to share information.
Well, that's because, the snowman's got all the secret information.
So here, I'll play this clip from SurvivorMan.
8 miles. That's as the crow flies. It's impossible to walk out here as a crow would fly.
Okay.
In the span of less than 24 hours, you'd have to believe that this 2-year-old covered perhaps as many as 12 miles.
That's a strong start.
Yeah.
As it was, his clothing was found ripped, and they figure it's likely from barbed wire fences, either going through them or under them.
So he's out there walking around, really investigating what's going on.
And even with a full moon tonight, I can't see anything going through this bush. So if I'm a 2-year-old child and I've got to walk through this or crawl through this, I get to this time of night, I can't see Keith going anywhere. I can't go anywhere. How a 2-year-old could travel the topography I'm traveling now, little shoes, and it was sub-freezing temperatures, even if he was a kid full of energy.
It's just kind of sad, man.
This is roughly the area the searchers found him. His father was about 100 yards that way. and he's found here, face down in the snow, hat and coat beside him. Searcher finds him. Father, maybe 200 yards away, runs over, picks him up, and he's alive.
Wow.
Yeah, that's straight from the movie, Mission 411 movie.
It is? Okay.
The best part is they interview that guy, the kid they found. They interview him in the movie.
And what did that now man say? What did he say?
I'd have to watch it again. I forget. Some interesting things, but he doesn't remember a lot of it.
Yeah. That seems to be going around a lot lately. I don't remember.
Actually, I still have it. I'll just mail it to you.
You've been saying that for 3 weeks, Clown Baby.
Yeah, I will make it to the post office one of these days.
Dude, it's like right around the corner from you.
I go for work a lot of the times. We have to mail stuff like checks that need to be sent quick.
So while we're on Missing 411, I do have a clip that might pertain to it, if you will indulge me.
Sure.
This comes from Philip Schneider, a guy who claims to have had intimate access to the Dulce Base, where there was a supposed alien battle, where the NWO met with alien civilizations, and he claims to have been an engineer and to work with people dealing with these off-planet kind of technologies. And he had this to say about missing people. And I picked this up. This is what I do. I pick things up like this.
In human beings as a mixture of the vitamins for their food. They get high off of our adrenal.
He's talking about...
What?
He's talking about the aliens. I'll rewind it just a little bit more.
This is what they were taking in Fear and Loathing.
This is... I'll rewind it a little bit more.
The alien agenda is one and the same. It's world takeover and the decimation of the population of this planet. Now, I'm going to tell you something a little bit different about the alien species. The bad news ones, there are 9 races of alien populations. So look at a human being as a bag of food.
The Canadian guy.
What's that?
The Canadian guy.
The defense minister?
Yeah.
What about him?
Well, how many races did he say there were?
He said like there's like 42.
That's like the secret of the universe number.
Yeah,
I thought it was more like 7 or 9 or something like that. If it lines up, that would be absolutely incredible. Anyway, sorry.
We don't know where the defense minister of Canada got his information. He could have got it from this very video.
I'll look it up while you continue to play the clip because I'm curious about that.
They're not cannibals. They don't eat the flesh and the bones and all that kind of stuff. They use the glandular secretions of animals and human beings as a mixture of the vitamins for their food. They get high off of our adrenal gland substances called adrenal chrome. It's something like cocaine to them. Now, what can we do about it? Right now, if we do nothing, we can do nothing about it, and it'll continue to go on. Basically, we'll be led in the dark, and you'll keep seeing more and more people disappear. Right now, there's 100,000 children totally unaccountable through FBI archives, cannot be traced anywhere. They haven't been murdered. Nobody's ever seen them. I think they're hauled underneath in some of these bases, and they are summarily done away with, and they are literally eaten. Now, that is a scary thing indeed. And I'm not asking you to believe me in toto. I am asking you to seriously do enough homework that you can go out through the public record, through the congressional records, find out who's voting for what, and go from there.
There he goes. I saw that little clip, probably related to Missing 411 a little bit, but he's talking about kids and people being taken underground, taken down to underground bases and to be experimented with it, whatever way. I don't know, but the SurvivorMan clip we saw was the kid found face down in the snow and alive, but doesn't remember too much. So there's a lot of things we need to reconcile here, and I don't know how we do that with the alien agenda, what this guy's talking about, and the missing 411 stuff, and then you have Bigfoot thrown in. There's too much.
Yes, the Bigfoots are sent out as basically, I don't know, would they be scouts or something?
I don't know. We talked about that. I also
it's all very complicated.
I mean, I have the government lied about this, the Green Berets sightings. This guy has so many different stories when it comes to what's going on with the NWO and the alien agenda. It's ridiculous. I'll play this a few more minutes of this, and I have a whole book on this base, Dulce. And I've been trying to read through it and pick out some of the more interesting so-called human alien experiments that are going on in this. And I've been lacking in some segments lately, but I'm going to ramp that back up, and I'll take care of some business. But I'll play a little bit more of this.
Do your own program, do your own agenda, and do your own speaking out. And if enough of us do this, there is some saving grace. However, we don't have a whole heap of time left. Technological governments on this planet are raping the planet. We're going to run out of everything that we need. They're going to pollute everything in sight in the better part of 20 years.
All right, that's all I'm going to play him. So
yeah, we've heard that for how long now?
Exactly. So I don't know. The guy has an interesting story. I like to indulge in that kind of stuff. But without some more proof of what went down there, I mean, he holds up his hand and this kind of looks like it got shot off by a laser beam. And that's what he said happened. He's got a pretty goddamn interesting story. Do you want to hear how his story started? I don't know. I mean, we can move on. I'll leave that for another clip about how he got saved from the alien battle. And I'll leave that till next time. How about that?
Yeah.
Okay, good. Let's move on.
Yeah. I want to be that guy from the show. What was it? The YouTube show? It could have been a podcast. Yeah. Hey,
is Columbia Baby still there?
Oh yeah.
I want to be the yeah guy.
I have to take an urgent pee-pee.
Yeah.
Now, do you guys want to start a segment, or do you guys want to take a break and then?
No, let's. I mean, you've already talked about it. Let's take a break.
Okay.
Yeah, let's just do that.
Yeah.
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 Yeah. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
There you go.
All right. We'll be back.
Don't bring it back in full force, but yeah. We'll be back in a minute.